just a couple questions. Are you presently locked down to your three deep on offense for the opener, or are you still figuring that out?
We feel pretty confident about who's going to make the trip at this point, barring anybody getting banged up between now and Friday when we leave. So we're pretty close.
Okay, and just in terms of closing out this week of practices, what final touches are you looking to tweak just to get ready for Georgia State?
Yeah, I think more than anything, the game plan's been in for a while. I mean, really a couple of weeks. It's a matter of just eliminating mistakes. Basically today we went through, we had a walkthrough, but we went through the script from yesterday and just tried to hit on things that were problem areas and things that came up. We're finished installing things for the game. We don't have anything to add. It's just a matter of trying to polish up. And yesterday was a very physical day for our guys. We were on the ground a lot as far as cut blocking, and scouts did a great job with that. But we had a lot to clean up. It was a very physical day, but wasn't where we need to be from an execution standpoint yet, or from an assignment standpoint. So that's what today was about. Thought the guys did a great job being locked in. When we go into the indoor and walk through, sometimes, it'd be easy for guys to kind of, go through the motions. But I thought today, guys, the communication was great. Guys were really honing in on their assignments, and we were able to fix everything that, came up yesterday. So hopefully we'll continue that going through the week.
Great. And my final question, can you talk a little bit about the speed of this offense compared to maybe prior years? And aside from Robinson, who do you consider to be one of your burners, if you will?
Well, I think our overall team speed has continued to get better as the years have gone on. We feel like we have some guys that can make plays on the perimeter. Certainly, Brahim Murphy and Brandon Walters are guys that have really good speed, and guys that'll factor in. You mentioned Tyrell. I think that our B-back core overall has gotten faster. Tyson Riley and Anthony Atkins also hopefully will have a chance to have some explosive runs as well. So feel good about that. About increasing our team speed. I don't know that we're winning any NCAA track meets yet. But obviously we feel like we're going in the right direction.
Great. Thanks, Brenty.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Brent, Ken McMillan.
Hey, Ken, how's it going?
Good, buddy. Hey, Brent, just give me an overall view here. Would you say that the Army offense is going to use much of the same approach this year? Do you anticipate any change in quote percentages of run versus pass? And do you anticipate any new wrinkles this year?
Well, first of all, last year, guys, for a work in progress the entire year. Just figuring out who was going to play quarterback from week to week, was something we had to work through. So we had 5 quarterbacks that played, 4 that started games. I don't know that many teams in college football had that scenario. So we were very close to the best last year in particular, and really tried to avoid turning the ball over and putting our defense in bad situations, tried to make first downs. We did not run as many execution plays as we would like to run. We had to block everybody. But a lot of people in the box because of that. And so there were probably opportunities in the passing game that we could have had last year. And we, were a little hesitant to call them because of the game we were trying to play. And we committed to playing an efficient physical game and one that would help our team win. And that's what we did. Obviously, we'd like to be more option-based. That's something that's definitely a goal of ours, is to be able to run option plays more, which naturally gets the ball to the guys that I alluded to earlier on the perimeter. So that's something we've worked hard on. And then with that comes the play action passing game, where people have to take chances, where they make it unfair by trying to double run support you. And so those are things that we have to be able to take advantage of. But I think that's something that occurs based on the type of plays that we're calling, where the run support has to come from.
How much easier is your job given the fact that you have so many returnees on offense?
Well, I mean, that's certainly, you'd rather have that way than the other way. I would say that having guys that are returning helps with stability and helps bring along the younger guys. We still need to continue to develop depth, particularly up front. That's not where we need it to be yet. That's something we're really pushing hard to do. And the veterans are doing a great job of, teaching the younger guys and trying to hold them accountable. so that we, do develop that depth. But sometimes it's got to happen in games, So I don't know if I'd say easier. I would say there are other things you can focus on. If you've got guys coming back, and you can focus on developing some of the younger guys, but you still have to make sure that the veterans that are coming back are maximizing themselves, and also from a leadership standpoint, doing the things that we need them to do to help our team.
You had tremendous numbers last year, rushing, et cetera. Were you happy with those numbers, or do you need to be better here in 2021?
Yeah, I'd like for us to be better. I think that the previous 3 years, maybe we were close to number one in third down conversions in the country, or 2 out of the last 3 years before last year. That was something we didn't do as good of a job on last year. So we need to be better on first down on those design give carries or plays we decide to run on first down. Need to average more yards, stay on schedule better. We did a good job not allowing negative yardage plays again. That was something that was key for us, the way we decided to play. But we'd like to be a lot more explosive. Having said that, doesn't mean we're going to change necessarily the plays or change our offense, but we may take advantage of some things we didn't probably call as much. And that may be in the passing game, maybe in the perimeter game. It depends on how things go game to game. But yeah, no, we weren't satisfied where we were last year. We feel like there's a lot of growth to be made, and there's no excuse to be made for that. But I will say this: we feel like we did the things we needed to do to help our team win, and that's most important. And that's the goal every week.
Well, Bill, basically, you're seeking better execution.
Yeah, it's probably seeking more consistency with execution, where we feel comfortable and confident using those facets of our offense. It's not like we didn't have the same plays that we may choose to run this year in. We just didn't feel, from an execution standpoint, like you made mention of, that we needed to run those plays. The risk wasn't worth the reward at times. If you look at like the Georgia Southern game, we got behind, we put ourselves in some bad situations, put our defense in a bad situation early. We were able to climb out of it, but those are things that we feel like we'll be able to avoid this year.
All right, last one for Coach.
Brent, you just alluded to earlier about how difficult it was at times because you had to go from quarterback to quarterback out of necessity. Coach Munkin has kept it kind of open that he's open to using multiple quarterbacks. So does that still, quote, complicate, or, how you want to run the offense? And what I'm saying?
That's a great question. Not at all, Ken. We feel very confident in all the guys that we've got, and again, there's been 6 of them taking reps, and with the travel squad, basically. We may not bring all of them on the trip, but there's been 6 guys that have repped pretty consistently throughout preseason, and we feel comfortable with all of them as far as their execution. Now, they were at varying stages of their careers last year in terms of execution. For instance, Tyre just moved from slot back during the middle of the year. And so getting a center quarterback exchange with him was just an accomplishment in itself. Sometimes it wasn't average. And right now, that's something that, knock on wood, has been outstanding. He's got a really good rapport with Connor Bishop and all the centers that have been working. And so that's been something that's been very easy. Christian Anderson always was very good in that situation, and getting the snap and everything. So he was a little more comfortable with that type of stuff. But we feel good about the execution, and I don't think it complicates it. Actually, we're in a better situation in terms of what we can call with all of them. Now, there are certain plays or facets of the offense that they may be a little better at than others, but they're all capable of executing the entire offense.